Hello everybody, my name is Professor Cringe and in today's episode we're going to be playing some Minecraft and I'm going to be doing a 10 seconds, 1 minute and 10 minutes video. Basically, I'm going to be building a house in under 10 seconds, then 1 minute, then 10 minutes. Yes. And of course I'm going to rate my own builds and give a little comment on them. And given the fact that I'm not a good builder, neither I'm good when put under high pressure, this is going to be interesting. But without further ado, let's get right into the video, shall we? Okay, so firstly we are going to be building a house in under 10 seconds, then we are going to move from down or should I say from 10 seconds to higher amounts of time to see, and I'm going to be building all of my builds around in here so we can see the progress that is made by giving enough time to a player. That is, I would say that is not skilled. So I'm going to get my materials and then we're going to get ready. Okay, we are going to start in 3, 2, 1, and we're started with this stupid thing that we have in here. I'm building some walls. I don't know if this is going to be muted, but I don't give a fuck. There, and a few seconds left. Okay, this is it. This is my first house done in this video. As you can see, this ended up quite being well actually. I mean, it is like 3 blocks tall and has 3 blocks space underneath. Of course, the roof has some holes, but as long as it doesn't rain, you're good.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, let's see what do we else have here. I mean, you can actually access it. Before I've tried to do this same thing and I would always put a bed or some type of block around in here and I could not access it through jumping, so it is pretty hard actually. So, okay, that was a stage. So yeah, this house actually ended up being quite good for the time and my skill that has been given, but still, for the time and skill that I actually have, this is a solid 6 out of 10. No, actually a bit more, 7.5 out of 10. Yes, because it's got everything that's necessary to make it a house or home, and also, I mean, it's got some nice design. I mean, as long as you can call this a design, I mean, it's pretty shit. But still, quite nice build. So, yes, I mean, it doesn't have doors or anything to protect you from mobs, but just laying to bed once you see that the sun is going down, and you're going to be good with this. I'm saying this like that I'm going to sell it to someone, and if I would just put it at some stupidly high price just because of the meme, and I would look who would buy this actually. So put your price down in the comments for this one, because everything else is going to be that bit better actually. So okay, this was a 10 seconds challenge, pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's so okay. A solid 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 actually. And yeah, let's get to a 1 minute build, shall we? Okay guys, we're back and I prepared everything for 1 minute build. We have our 10 seconds shed over here. it's looking pretty nice. But we are now doing a 1 minute. Why did I place that here? It doesn't matter. We're now doing a 1 minute build, and I expect it to be just a little bit bigger copy of this 10 seconds shed, because although it seems like 6 times more of a time for doing that, a person can get pretty lost in time while building such things, so I gotta be careful while doing this. So let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm starting with pillars because I do it always. Okay. Now I have to fill out the empty space of the walls. Nice. Firstly, I will make a roof and then fill out the exterior. I don't have much time left, as I think. Okay, what do we have here? Basically, I destroyed this. This 1 minute build is, as I said, basically just a bigger copy of this 10 seconds shed. Why? As I said, I always get panicking and it always goes all the way down. But this time we're having lanterns. Wow! And yes, we're actually having some movable space around here. Okay, if you don't mind any grass and the bugs and the ants in here, then this is the type of shed for you. I mean, but this roof, what did I think while making this? I was like, I'm going to make something to resemble a roof, and once I got a faraway look, I regretted every single second of making that stuff. You know what? I'm just going to break. No, I think that I cannot because of the jump, but still, this looks rather livable in here, in opposed to this one. But still, this one's actually better than that because it's not as claustrophobic as the previous, and it's actually having. It's actually livable in here, so that's a success. Given the time and the stress and my inability to build in the count, this build is actually a solid 8 out of 10. Just a second. 8 out of 10. Yes, there it is. Kind of screwed the numbers in here, just don't bother it. And yes, this is actually turning up to be pretty good. I mean, at least this one doesn't have a hole in the roof, so at least you're going to be dry while sleeping in here, although you're going to have your feet really dirty in here. But since we done a 1 minute build, let's get into the 10-minute build. I expect for that at least to resemble a villager house. If it doesn't, I will be just saying. I mean, that will be said. Let's go. Okay guys, we are starting the 10-minute build now. And I expect it to be pretty much better than previous two. But still, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay guys, let's see what do we have here. Basically, I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. Originally in my build, I had like a fortress with, I don't know, diamond chandeliers and like a bridge, giant bridge and everything, but once I failed in 1 minute house, I realized how much actually limited I am with skill and time. But still, for a survival house, which this is actually not, this is much more, yes, this is a starter house for sure, but still, it's not a survival one. But still, for a house that is built by me, and in which I was limited by time, I was actually pretty good in managing that same time. I mean, as you can see, it has no holes in the roof. Oh damn it! As I said, it has no holes in the roof, not like the previous one, and it does not have this, whatever this is. And at least it has some windows, and it has an actual door, an actual entrance that will protect us from mobs. Wow! And yeah, basically it has at least some good lighting. I made it so that it at least looks like that I knew what I was doing, but still, this ended up pretty well. I mean, we have a lot of different workstations that are necessary in survival. I don't think that smithing and cartograph table are that much necessary, but still, anything else wasn't coming to my mind. And now, of course, a pillar of chests for any type of junk, and of course, a double-sided bed for when the girls come. Yeah, I said girls with English accent. Basically, overall, I'm extremely happy with how this build turned out. I've tried to make the 10-minute build before, and I wanted to make it so much detailed. As you can see, this is my try of making it detailed, but I wanted to do something with windows, but I knew that I wouldn't have time and it wouldn't make it look symmetrical. But overall, if you wanna see me build an actual build without any time limit and to show off my actual building skill, drop a comment down the video so I can actually see that it is what you want. And of course, drop some constructive critics on how I can improve my content. If you want, leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. And now the final grade that I'm going to give to this masterpiece, quote unquote, is going to be a 0 out of 10. Just kidding, it is 10 out of 10. I mean, look at this masterpiece. It is pretty good for who made it, but still, I really like this one. And let's see how well my building skills go as I make the time. Firstly, we have this whole roofed shed of ours. That is actually one of the worst things that I've seen, but for the time that it's given, it was really nice. Yes, it had some grassy things that your socks would probably be wet when you're entering the bed, but still, pretty good for the time that it was given. Same thing for this one, except that I cannot go over the thing that I've made on top. The poor imitation of roof that is. And of course, the 10-minute build, the best representation of my building skills, because I was not that much under pressure and I actually had some reasonable time to build it. So guys, if you liked this video, please subscribe and leave a like, leave some constructive critics on how can I improve my content and a suggestion what should I film next. Until then, I was Professor Cringe and I wish you good the rest of the day. Goodbye.